Hello and welcome to North London. I'm Stephanie and today I'll be taking you along to Highgate to check out clothing designer Ian Batten. He specialises in both women's wear and menswear, and I can't wait to find out a little bit more about his next season collection and what he's been up to.
My style is, first of all, people used to call me a tailor. I'm not a tailor because everything I do is unstructured. So it hasn't got canvases in it. A lot of it doesn't have pads in it. It doesn't have it's got a lot of detail as far as but quite subtle detail. And I'm really into the shapes of things, you know, proportions, menswear. And now the women's wear started, and the women's wear is doing really well. But again, it's sort of difficult because, you know, women are sort of very specific about what they want. And I think, you know, I tend to cut quite small. So a lot of it is sort of Japanese girls, quite small girls, that sort of women that sort of really like what I do. But I wouldn't say, I would say my style is I mean, they call my style contemporary menswear. So I gather that sort of covers a whole range of things, you know. I mean, it's new, it's not like basic, it's not gentlemen's, it's sort of like meant for young guys, if you like. But a lot of guys I talk to are like architects or something, so they're not young. But they all. And menswear is really interesting what you do with menswear, because menswear is very much to do with men tend to shop differently to women. They shop, and if they like a shape that suits them and it really looks really attractive on them, they always stay with the designer. So I think I'd just be doing they're quite classic, the things, but with just a little twist to them. I.e. like the drop pocket, or no shoulders, so you don't have pads in shoulders, and so that's another little twist. And maybe a length of a jacket could be a twist, especially with menswear. Menswear is, I know I keep going back to menswear, menswear is very much set in a sort of a specific style. I think that Mr. Average out there, that they see that's menswear, but you can shorten a jacket by an inch, you know, proportion wise, and it changes the whole look of it. So it's the simple things that change it. It's not that I'd put weird pockets on it or things like that. All I do is maybe move things around so they're not in the usual place, you know, and stuff like that. Or, you know, something that hasn't got a collar and it's got something else instead of, I mean, a bit like this jacket, you know, it's like, and it's sort of basic on a kimono, really, this sort of like look. And sort of, I'm just play with things, but not to make them look incredibly weird, but just to give it a little edge somehow. And I think that's what a twist is. Paul Smith always talks about twists, and he sort of does that sort of thing in a way. You know, it's just slightly off kilt of what is traditionally known as menswear.
It's been absolutely amazing spending some time with Ian Batten today, learning all about his love of fabrics and his passion for the world of clothing design. He really is an inspiration. I love the fact that his garments have got so many intricate little details to them. It's so unique and refreshing to find someone that doesn't follow trends, rather sets them and makes his own unique style. Sadly, that's all I've got time for today, but you can catch me next time on the network where we bring you the hottest fashion trends straight from London. See you soon.